Hello and welcome to Newsroom series. I'm Olumide Macaulay. Coming up today, Labour Party presidential candidate Mr. Peter Obi visits Oyo State Governor Makinde over the Bodija explosion incident. And PDP Chairman in Lagos State regains freedom from kidnappers. Thank you for joining us. Former presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi, has joined other eminent Nigerians to commiserate with the government and people of Oyo State over the unfortunate incident in Bodija where lives and property were lost. Mr. Peter Obi commended the timely and effective response of the government. Governor Makinde appreciated Mr. Obi's visit, saying to show the difference between politics, governance, and humanity.
Former presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi, arrives at Oyo State Governor's office with his team. They are here to commiserate with the government and people of Oyo State over the unfortunate disaster which took place on January the 16th at Ade Avenue, Bodija area of Ibadan, the Oyo State capital. Mr. Obi joins the call for a thorough investigation into the incident.
The system, like I've told him privately, he might not bring back the lost lives or replace the properties that we lost. But that response gives assurances and confidence to people that there's a government and a system that cares for them.
Reacting to the visit, Governor Makinde thanks the Labour Party presidential candidate for the visit, despite the fact that they are not members of the same political family. It charges political leaders to recognize the fine line between politics, governance, and humanity.
I thank you because politics didn't seep into this. You came here to commiserate with us over the explosion. The president has reached out to me. You have reached out to me. But my own party candidate, not even a call or a text message. I mean, I'm saying it openly so that our leaders will know that you have time for politics, you have time for governance, and you have time for humanity.
Mr. Obi also uses the event to repeat the call for an urgent reduction in the cost of governance in Nigeria. Elections
are over. Governance is the key thing. And what is required is, for me in particular, is that we need to cut the cost of governance, especially at the federal level. It is unacceptable the way we're going. We need to prioritize areas, critical areas, education, health, and pulling people out of poverty.
Meanwhile, the Oyo State government has completely taken over the disaster site, hoisting both the national and state flags at half-mast to depict the losses that took place at ground zero.
Now, the Osun State Police Command has confirmed the release of the People's Democratic Party chairman in Lagos State, Philip Ivaj, after being held captive by kidnappers for 4 days. According to the police spokesperson in the State Command, Omolola Odutola, Mr. Ivaj was freed in the early hours of today, although she couldn't give details surrounding his release. The Lagos PDP chairman was abducted alongside some other party officials by gunmen around Ogere on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway on Thursday last week. They were returning from the party stakeholders' zonal caucus meeting, convened by the Oyo State Governor, Mr. Makinde in Ibadan, the capital. An attempt to free the captives on Friday resulted in the unfortunate death of one of the kidnapped victims, 37-year-old Bilikisu Kazim, in the course of a gun battle with the gunmen. As part of efforts to correct eye defects and prevent blindness amongst children, the Lagos State government has carried out free eye surgery for 8 children. Speaking after the exercise at the General Hospital, the Permanent Secretary of the Lagos State Ministry of Health, Dr. Olusegun Ogboye, says the initiative is targeted at assisting children suffering from cataracts, particularly those who cannot afford eye care treatment. The state government also used the opportunity to create awareness on the importance of voluntary blood donation to save lives.
It's a busy period at Odom General Hospital, Lagos Island, as pediatric ophthalmologists see the needs of children. 8 children were carefully selected by the Lagos State government to benefit from Free Eye Surgical Expedition Program, an initiative of the State Ministry of Health.
now. Oh, stop. It's enough now.
This initiative is an urgent intervention for children suffering from cataract.
It's one of the programs that we have to ensure that we restore sight to people and people preserve their sight. It doesn't deal only with cataracts, it deals with a whole range of eye problems, glaucoma and other eye issues. But one of the easiest ones to operate on and resolve is cataracts. And unfortunately, a lot of people live and die with those cataracts, not ever getting access to the simple-ish surgery that they require to be able to live normal, productive life.
The government is not doing this alone. Its partners in progress give assurances of continued support in healthcare delivery and other sectors.
This project, we think we can deepen and strengthen our friendship between Nigeria and China.
We are very, very willing to help since we are all together as a family.
It's a huge relief for parents whose children took part in this procedure.
We believe a lot of children are still passing through this, whose parents may not be aware or something like this. Maybe they should give such opportunity to parents. Occasionally, let announcement be made on TV, television station, so that our children will not just go blind on things that can be resolved.
Elsewhere, the Lagos State Blood Transfusion Service continues educating residents on the benefits of blood donation. The awareness program is also held at Lagos Island in the commemoration of the Blood Donation Recognition Month. A mobile clinic is available for voluntary donors to support those in need of blood.
Mr. Governor has done a lot to ensure that there is accessibility of blood, affordability of blood, as well as availability of blood. And that is why we are reaching out to everybody that do your part, donate blood, save lives. We have also expanded the numbers of voluntary donation centers. You can find one at LASEC. You can go to all the general hospitals in Lagos State where the blood donation services have been upgraded.
This year's campaign is tagged "You Are Somebody's Type," which highlights the universal importance of all blood groups AB, AB and O, whether it's negative or positive, in saving lives.
Meanwhile, the Lagos State government has launched an electronic geographic information system, EGIS, which provides digitized access to all data pertaining to the state land before a purchase is facilitated. State Governor Bodija unveiled the EGIS Portal, a one-stop digital platform that sanitizes and revolutionizes the process of acquiring, documenting, and verifying land in Lagos. The former Speaker of the Osun State House of Assembly, Olakunle Oluomo, alongside two other principal career officers of the Assembly, Dayo Samuel and Adeyemo Adelije, have been docked before a federal high court sitting in Abeokuta, presided over by Justice Oyo Okeke. The former Speaker, Olakunle Oluomo, and aforementioned carrier officers of the House were dragged before the court by the EFCC over alleged misappropriation of public funds to the tune of 2.5 billion naira. He and others allegedly said to have committed the financial fraud while in office as Speaker of the State House of Assembly in 2022. It will be recalled that 18 out of 26 House members signed for his impeachment over alleged high-handedness, gross misconduct, arrogance, poor leadership style, lack of focus and transparency, and pitching members against themselves. A development he says has been challenged as he approached the State High Court to challenge his removal. Shortly after the trio entered the dock, the court discovered that the counsel to the anti-graft agency could not make it to court. The case has been adjourned to 29th of February and the 1st of March. The Ogun State government says it has developed a medium-term revenue generation framework to improve internally generated revenue for critical infrastructure development for the 2024 fiscal year. The 240 billion naira being targeted as internally generated revenue State Commissioner for Finance, who also doubles as the Chief Economic Advisor to Governor Dapo Abiodun, disclosed this during the highlights and breakdown of the 2024 budget held at the Olusegun Oshoba Media Center in Abeokuta, the state capital.
It's the 2024 sectoral breakdown of the budget tagged Budget of Sustained Growth and Development, with the outlook of about 703 billion naira, out of which 240 billion is expected from internally generated revenue.
The budget.
During the overview of the budget breakdown session for the fiscal year, the consultant to the Governor on Information and Strategy, Kayode Akimade, assured investors of adequate security, favorable business environment, policies and programs.
The present administration has recorded a lot of firsts in most economic indices in the country. In the area of ease of doing business, in the area of generating revenue, in the area of even growing revenue in Nigeria. At least we are second to major states.
As presented to the State House of Assembly, approved and signed into law, the capital expenditure is expected to go up 416 billion naira, while the recurrent expenditure attracts 287 billion naira. This, the Chief Economic Advisor, said is achievable despite the current global economic and political challenges.
First of all, focusing on our revenue generation capacity. As I said, if we maximize that, then we will have enough room to be able to plan infrastructural development that will catalyze economic development as well.
Critical infrastructure such as education, roads, healthcare delivery, agriculture, security, housing, among others, remain center stage for the fiscal year.
In addition to get more work done, it's working with the Federal Ministry of Works to get additional more roads completed in addition to what the state is going to do. So one of the key examples I would say is the Alta Idiroko. So His Excellency is pushing to get that done. I can assure you that will start very soon.
We're building the virology and bacteriology lab in case of future outbreaks. As we know right now, we're in the season of Lassa fever. We've dealt with COVID. COVID is resurging abroad, and we have to be prepared should in case, please God, never.
With a bold and ambitious target already set, it is important that critical stakeholders are carried along to ensure that desired socioeconomic growth and development of the state is achieved for the good of all.
You're watching Newsroom series as we focus on Newsroom Southwest today. Stay with us. When we come back, Ekiti State diversifies through creative arts industry. Welcome back. Current economic realities have made it imperative for states to innovate, and Ekiti State government is taking this path by unveiling bold initiatives to foster creativity and economic growth in the state. Speaking at the press conference in Ado-Ekiti, the Commissioner for Arts and Culture, Professor Ojo Bakare, says the governor, Mr. Abiodun Yebanji, has approved talent development programs and immediate implementation of economic development for the creative arts businesses. An endowment fund program has also been launched to enhance skills of emerging talent in the creative arts sphere. He explained that the groundbreaking initiative is aimed at nurturing talent, promoting cultural heritage, and stimulating economic development in Ekiti State.
I'm happy to announce to the public that Ekiti State will be the first state in Nigeria to implement the Arts Endowment Fund. The Talent Development Program and the Arts Endowment Fund, we believe, will go a long way in, helping to boost the economy of the state, create alternative economy, which we refer to as the creative economy, which is an aspect of what the ministry is set up to cater for. So basically what we are trying to do here is to work with the different towns and villages in Ekiti. Ekiti is the festival headquarters of the world. I do not know any country in the world that has as many traditional festivals as one local government alone in Ekiti has. So what we want to do is to turn these traditional festivals to commodity for cultural and tourism market.
As part of the efforts of the administration of Governor Ademola Adeleke of Osun State to boost basic education, the Osun Homegrown School Feeding Program, often referred to as O-Meals, was launched in 2023. Commissioner for Education in the state notes that despite the shortfall in revenue generation, the state is continuing with the program.
In November 2023, the Osun State government enrolled 2,470 food vendors to take part in the homegrown school feeding program. Since then, the program has been catering to the nutritional needs of public primary school children from year 1 to year 3. At some of the public primary schools in Osogbo and Oloruda local government areas of the state, vendors are seen fully attired, serving the children, who in turn appreciate the government for the free meals.
The food is very delicious and sweet. I really enjoy the food. Thank you, Osun State government. We enjoy it. It is very delicious. It is fine. It is good. Thank you.
Head teacher of Union Baptist Primary School, Osogbo, expresses satisfaction with the quality of the food. She notes that the free feeding program has really helped to improve the well-being of the children.
Talk of the essential things that's supposed to be in the food of the little children, like protein, vitamins, and some other things that these children need. They provide it for them. So they give them chicken at times. At times they give them chicken, egg, and fish. So those are the things that the children need. Their academics, even the punctuality and the attendance of the pupils in the school, in fact, is very, very interesting.
It was just a political emergency.
Program manager of the Osun Homegrown School Feeding Program, Olufunke Adedigba, appreciates the state government for sustaining it since inception, noting that it's been very helpful for children from vulnerable homes.
I want to tell you that in Osun State, there is no state throughout Nigeria that fed last year. That was 2023. And Osun State fed the pupils solely by the state government. We discovered in the course of our monitoring the exercise that majority of the pupils in the public primary schools, they come to school with empty stomach. So by the time they get to school, they take the meal. In fact, it's a very good thing on their health. It's improving their health status.
On his part, the Osun State Commissioner for Education, Adedipo Eluwole, insists that the quality of meals is good. He insists that the incidence of food poisoning in Osogbo last year was falsehood.
During interview, one of the woman that was shouting, my child was vomiting, he was vomiting blood, come and see. He said, one Mr. Wasi or what called her that he should tell the whole world that the children are, so that nothing happened to our own child.
The Osun State Homegrown School Feeding Program caters to the needs of 95,983 public primary school children in 1,432 schools across the 30 local government areas of Osun State.
Osun State government has directed that a full investigation be carried out to determine the cause of the death of a politician, Dr. Richard Aderoriokin, and one other person in Ejigbo, the headquarters of Ejigbo local government area of the state. The killings, which took place after the 50th coronation anniversary of the monarch of the town on Saturday, January the 27th, caused panic in the ancient community. He was said to be a US-based indigene of the town and was shot in the leg and later died in hospital from the injury he sustained from the gunshot. The person who allegedly killed him, said to be a local hunter, was subsequently shot and killed as well.
A call that there was an incident here in Ejigbo. After the celebration, you know, our Baba is Royal Highness, the Ogun of Ejigbo, Oba Omowonola Oyeyode Yososin, is celebrating his 58th birthday. It is a long 1 week program. I think today is supposed to be the grand finale. But so yesterday, after the program, we had there was an incident here between among the people that were present, most of them politicians, and one of the aspirant to the House of Representatives, Dr. Richard Adeoriokin, was actually shot at and eventually died. Another person was also shot and he died. This place happened to be the scene of the crime. When the governor heard it, the governor directed us to come here today, and he has directed the police to carry out the full investigation about the incident. The interim report so far shows that there are 2 casualties. The police has commenced the investigation, and we are waiting the report of that investigation.
Lagos State Government has launched an electronic geographic information system, the EGIS, which provides digitized access to all data pertaining to the state land before a purchase is facilitated. Now, the state governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, unveiled the portal, a one-stop digital platform that sanitizes and revolutionizes the process of acquiring, documenting, and verifying land in Lagos. In this building is the Electronic Geographic Information System portal to fast-track all forms of land title documentation. This initiative has been in the works since the administration of former Governor of Lagos State, Babatunde Fashola, who created an electronic document management system for certificate of occupancy. The current governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, goes a step further, making it possible for the EGIS portal to go live with applications for land titles transitioned from the centuries-old manual paperwork into digital form. The EGIS office also has the responsibility to streamline data of MDAs and create single database for land administration system.
This agency will have the responsibility to maintain and move forward the work commenced by the EGIS office and other stakeholders, particularly Lands Bureau, Office of Surveyor General, Office of State Surveyor General, the State Valuation Office, and the Ministry of Innovation, Science and Technology.
The head of service who initiated the project while he was permanent secretary in the Lands Bureau says land documentation process will be reduced to the barest minimum.
There's also the scanning and indexing, that's the end, almost the end part, where you now scan all those documents that we have done, that we have assembled together, where we now scan them and index them onto the system. So we're not just scanning, we're also indexing it. So indexing is where we put all the property details and every other encumbrance that is on the system. Nobody has done this in sub-Saharan Africa.
Governor Sanwo-Olu is excited about the new development and is confident that the technology-driven initiative will enhance transparency in land transactions.
By adopting the software called Momentum Land Administration Solution, this reliable tool customizes and streamline business workflow. It's aimed for higher productivity, to enhance revenue generation, to secure our documents, and to improve customer service, the entire customer service experience. And we're expecting that this will be delivered at their doorstep.
With the introduction of the EGIS portal, anyone can now verify, search, and apply for land titles, including governor's consent, at the Lagos State Land Bureau from the comfort of their homes at the click of a computer button. And that's it on Newsroom series today, where we focused on Newsroom Southwest. Thank you for watching. I'm Olumide Macaulay.